brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the San Francisco 49ers. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. Army. Under 10.
Complete. Richardson has it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come on. Slam. Hey, alert three. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll run with Geis. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Fourth down, here's Haskins. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Redskins go for it, but it doesn't pan out. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10.
Rock it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside. which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They run with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and the Redskins scoop it. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. On first and 10, it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Set, ready? 10-2 saw. Recon, 132 fighter.
He's heavy on the edges.
Hey, Charlie.
56 to mark, boy. 56. Check 56.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Lee Griffin.
Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Let's go.
61, matchbox, lights. Hey, Alpha.
56. Mike's 56. Let's pick it up.
Ready?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
This is Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
And sometimes it doesn't matter how big and strong and powerful you are. The defense is going to win an occasional battle, and they did on that one. Stopped him well short of picking up a first down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you've got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Tighten down.
On 2nd and 9, Haskins. And the Niners get there and bring him down. D. Ford able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. 50 seconds. Mike, 57. Here we go.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. D. Ford picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened.
Now a hit and a loose football. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
He was taken down by Quentin Dunbar. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go out.
No.
Yep.
Check the backer.
Go.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime. We'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
We go. 18 Gator.
56.
6-6. Bullet high.
56 to Mike, boy.
5.
Now Jackson on 1st down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Danny. Mike 5.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Kill. Switch. Watch twitch. Go. Motion.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Redskins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Now a guy who played his college ball here in the Bay Area, and that's Stanford's Bryce Love. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll run for it with Love. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Watch safety. Safety's creeping.
Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
Let's
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Come on now. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
Bravo.
6. Mike, 56. 56.
Now Jackson. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 48.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, here's Breida. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Look at me. Zipper.
Comes to me, it's me.
Watch twist.
Shoot.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Hey, watch it.
Now it's Breida. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5 now. Jackson, it's caught by Coleman. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? This is Breida. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
57 to Mike. Good track, good track. Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Let's go. Back home, yo.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 9, check 9.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They're running it. Shoot. Hatchet. Clean.
And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Rock it.
On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Robbie Gould on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that moves them up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
At their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Haskins on first down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
Leo!
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And an alley to run. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Matt Breida, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Haskins hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now Haskins got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Haskins on 3rd down. It's brought in by Doxson. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. He's got his man. This is Doxson. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Let's go. Alert 3. Alert 3.
Again, it's Haskins. He's found Doxson again, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Haskins now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check 37. Check 37.
Haskins looking to throw on first down. It's hauled in by Doxson. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Safe.
From the gun, Haskins on third down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They're going on fourth down. Haskins under pressure again, and down he goes again. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Hey, orbit.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Here's Jackson to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. A big play there for the Niners. And even 40 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Breida, he'll try to right side. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Got three down. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off right around the 43. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard. Here for San Francisco, and they were buoyed.